There is a state of the universe that takes place after everything has run its course, and all life, biological, cosmic, and metaphysical, has either died off or returned to a conglomerate, formless Godhead. This state is known as the void, and despite the grim name, it is in actuality the most pleasant existential phenomena imaginable. Let's explain in ways that mere non-mystic humans can sort of grasp and understand. Have you ever been laying in a quiet room, on a bed or a couch after a long, tiring day? And perhaps there is a cozy blanket or extra fluffy pajamas enveloping you, and a gentle fan is the only extra stimuli, providing a nice contrast to the warmness as your foot sticks out of the cotton cocoon you've made. You've managed to clear your mind, and all of the worries have been blown away by the sheer serenity of the situation. It's easy in these moments to think that you'd like to stay in this state forever, that this is quintessential bliss. The void itself is akin to such a situation, and a mechanism the universe crafts to prevent a godhead from acting upon its own omnipotent creation abilities. Here, there are no worries, responsibilities, failures, or even ambitions. There is just constant unshifting sensations of calming rapture. Existence itself cannot be without some modicum of sufferance, so by extension, at this state, the Godhead doesn't technically exist, manifesting as sort of formless sentience that hasn't created itself yet. There really is no way to gauge how long most omnipotences will stay in this state, since time itself isn't even a concept fathomable here. If I had to entertain a numerical value, I'd say it's the amount of years the universe preceding it to an exponential of itself. Eventually, after this long, peaceful half-slumber, the Godhead will begin to get bored and feel compelled to get up and actually begin. Here's where everything will begin to go wrong. Creation itself is like a highly addictive drug. Once beginning the process of crafting anything, it will compulsively cascade onto expounding more and more and more without any forethought, reason, or structure. As most of us creative types know, the fun exercise of wildly plucking at your instrument, howling into the night sky, or splattering buckets of paint onto a wall can be absolutely liberating. But most of the time, while full of good intentions, fester with nonsensicality. So the Godhead desperately tries to make sense of things, and usually doing a rather fine job, making things seem structured and nice. But ultimately, there is one pesky shoe in the bucket that cannot ever be worked out. The problem of the existence of suffering. You see, no matter how the potter molds the cosmic clay, the concept cannot be separated from its work. This is the paradox of creation. Why ever begin the construction of existence in the first place if what is created never wanted to be made? So a mechanism must be put in place to reverse the atrocity that God has created. In other kalpas, they would call this the grand gloom, or the enveloping nothingness. But here, in your section of the clock of aeons, it is called entropy. Despite the demigod-like revolutionaries that emerged to trying to turn this force back and keep their slice of universe perpetual, these attempts are always inevitably foiled by this infallible decree of above. Eventually, these forces consume all, revert things back to divine homeostasis.